Hey you guys, today I'm here to do the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 8 Episode 4. It's going to be up late, so before I get into it, happy Valentine's Day, but it's probably going to be up tomorrow. Um, it started off with everyone like kind of headed to Kingston or whatever, except for Kenya and Matt. They're going to go on a little romantic date at the spa because y'all know Kenya's in her feelings with Cynthia about the whole friendship situation. So they gets on the bus. Cynthia and Mal get on the bus, and damn Phaedra like, damn, another surprise person. Like, who else gonna come out? Apollo? I'm like, girl, no. Name somebody else because you could say Lisa Wu, you could say somebody else, but Apollo is locked up far away. How you gonna get out? I'm just saying. Anyway. So they asked where Kenya was or whatever, and it kind of goes back and forth from like Kenya and Matt, and then Cynthia crying on the bus because she says that she tells them what happened with Kenya or whatever, and she was basically saying they're not best friends. They getting to know each other, but they really not best friends, but they real close friends. She crying and all this kind of stuff, and even I like how Sheree messy as fuck. But Sheree did call her out like, did you tell her this? All this that you saying on the bus, did you tell her that? And she was like, no, because it didn't get to that. It blew up and she walked off. I'm like, bitch, she walked off because you told her, are y'all done or something because you gotta go. So bitch, stop it. Stop playing the victim. She get on there and try to play the fucking victim and all this kind of stuff. Bitch, I was not buying that, Cynthia. Anybody else can buy that bullshit. Good. Come on. Now, I do agree that they're not best friends. They haven't been knowing each other that long to be best friends, but everybody agrees that Cynthia did try to brush that off. Like they wasn't as close as everybody was trying to make it seem like they were close or whatever in front of Nene. I do feel like that. A lot of people felt like that. So bitch, just call it what it is. Kenya is with Matt, is basically telling him what's going on. And I was with Matt, like, shit, he ain't got to go through this women drama and all this kind of stuff, but he was being there for her, and he says that, her feelings was basically just hurt, and she just felt like ever since, Nene came back, that's what made Cynthia act like that or whatever. It's not the problem that Nene is back, it's the problem the way Cynthia is acting once Nene is back and Kim is around. Cynthia do be acting different. She just needs to own up to that. I keep looking down because I got notes. Nene said that she would invite, she said she would invite Kenya for drinks or whatever with the ladies so the ladies can talk because she don't want to be the reason, that these girls are fighting. And then gonna say, well, I'll get to that. Whatever. But, yeah, Cynthia, stop with all that crying. We happy. We know you happy, Nene back, girl. Nobody cared that you... Well, we cared. No, we didn't. Nobody cared that you was friends with Nene. It's like I said, the way you go about things. Bitch, if you want to be our puppy dog, that is on you. I'm just saying. So, Peter taking them to Kingston. And we find out, he was 7 kids, 1 bedroom. I'm like, wow. But, he just want to take them back to his homeland. He ain't been there for a long time. He ain't took his wife that he's been married to 4 or 5 years back to Jamaica. I'm like, if y'all can afford to take all these people, I'm just saying, why you ain't ever took your wife back to meet your peoples and stuff? And the way y'all travel and stuff, it took for this show to pay for y'all to go back home, for you to go back. I just felt some kind of way with that. But Phaedra talking about eating goats and shit. I'm like, bitch, do you know you are disrespecting these people, homeland, that's watching this, talking about you gonna eat they damn goats? Like, then they was saying, somebody says that she makes everything sound sexual or whatever, and Chris caught on or whatever talking about this when she said I was like, shut up, why you know? But Phaedra was shading the hell out of Chris, calling him sassy. I'm like, you the one was over there acting like you was such a killing friend. You is the main one shading this woman's husband at the beginning of this episode about him doing all that. But Peter introduced his family to the crew. He gonna say, this my wife. She gonna say, this your wife? Haven't I met her already? Like, bitch, have you brought another woman out to Jamaica? We don't know. I'm just saying. And then he said, she mistaked Mallory for Cynthia. Mallory was like, hell no, nope, not me. This one over here. So it was cool. They ended up going to eat. They had to pick their raw seafood to go have it cooked. I like seafood. I don't know if I want to touch it like that, but it was dead. So I'm like, Nene, stop acting like you rich. I mean, well, no, because the people at the meat market, they will put it in the packet for you. But bitch, you gotta take it out the packet to cook it. I'm just saying, stop it. It was just the way she was acting towards that shit. But they was fucking that food up, and it looked really, really good. I wanted some. I'm just saying. So anyway, they talking about how was Peter as a child, and his first auntie said he was rude. I said, oh, I can get that. But then she said he was a good kid. He said his dad only had to spank him once in his life or something. And could nobody believe that shit because of the Peter who he is now. And I'm like, well, maybe he just came out and now he's saying everything he wish he could have said because he can't get no whooping now. I'm just saying. Kim invites everyone to the Mercial. I'm like, why do we keep calling this shit this ghetto ass name? Like, I don't think it's okay. Maybe because it's a ghetto commercial. I don't know. I will see how it comes out. But she invites up everybody or whatever and tells them that it's gonna be up bright and early and all that kind of stuff. So then she was saying it's gonna be chic, no ass, sure. She don't want to see no ass all out on the damn beachwear. And Phaedra and Portia getting their feelings like this. That is us. That's what we do. I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm like, but if you want to be in somebody's professional commercial, you do what they want. And they ain't selling ass. Stop trying to sell ass. Maybe they trying to sell their ass. I don't know. Anyway, and Phaedra gonna say booty sells. I said, well, you was representing strippers and shit, so I guess so. And hey, you was making money off of them, hell. But anyway, later that night, the ladies had ended up going to sit by the pool to have drinks or whatever. And Nene goes to invite Kenya, and the guys go meet up. And when Kenya and Nene was talking, Nene goes and say something about she just wished that they all could be three friends. I said, bitch, this would have been happening a long time ago if you wouldn't have got all up in arms about this girl, stealing a little bit of your shine and you didn't want to share none of it. This would have happened a long time ago. But okay, I can see all the Nene didn't bother me really this episode. I just want to call shit out as I see it. But she didn't bother me this episode. When they all laughing and having fun, I'm with it. It's when they all shading each other that I'm not with. But she was saying something about inviting Kenya to drinks, and Kenya was like, what, after you caused all this drama? She was like, what did I do? So Kenya was like, with all this friendship shit, she was like, what did that have to do with me? And I said, yep, you can't blame this on her for the way Cynthia acted. Can't do that. Sorry, Kenya. But she was saying how Cynthia didn't bash her. Cynthia spoke highly of her. Cynthia was hurt. She was crying on the bus and yada, yada, yada. She just come have drinks or whatever. So she gonna go have drinks with them. So anyway, they all having drinks. Cynthia apologized to Kenya for, making her feel a certain way. And Kenya say she gonna come to the commercial and support Cynthia and all this kind of stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, everybody squash their beef, everybody cool. The guys is sitting there chilling, having drinks. And Peter start questioning Matt on, like, who is he? What you do? Where you from? How many kids you got? How old are you? And Matt is kind of taking it back. He really kind of taking it back. He probably seen the show, but he's still kind of taking it back of some grown ass men questioning him the way he's doing. I don't mind you asking me, like, what do I do or whatever. It's still a way to ask people. But since he wasn't giving them what they wanted, they started really going in, and Peter started talking shit and thought Matt was going to take that shit. And I was so here for Matt, like, nigga, you doing all this motherfucking talking. We can get up and walk outside. All this woofing that you doing is bullshit. If Matt would have did what Peter wanted, what he was asking for, Peter wouldn't have been able to take that ass whooping. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck who don't like it, whatever. Matt would have broke Peter ass in half. I didn't understand they going at this man, trying to get something out of him. Motherfucker, if he don't want to give you his whole life story of who he is, he don't have to. He told you he was a trainer. He told you he was in service. He told you how old he was. Yeah, I got a son your age. Are you intimidated? Or what? Like, I didn't understand. Then when he gets off and walk, you're going to say, yeah, walk like your girlfriend. I said, see, if this man turn around and whoop your ass, don't get mad. That's all I'm saying. I just didn't understand why Peter was acting like a bitch towards this man and got mad because the man didn't get up and whoop his ass like he should have did. Nene asking questions about Kim and where she is, because I was the only person who wasn't there, but I guess Kim is getting ready for the commercial, so she ain't got time to be playing and getting drunk. So, they start talking about, Chris being sassy or whatever. They were shading the shit out of Chris. They was calling him all kind of shit, saying he was weird, how he was protectively weird over Kim. They were just really going in on him. So that made Kenya comfortable enough to tell what she knew about him. Shit, you got Nene and Fader over here calling this nigga sassy and all this kind of stuff. That gave Kenya opportunity to say what she heard in the damn streets. So she was like, well, y'all ain't heard the rumors? Like, they call him Chrissy in the room. Like, y'all bitches calling him something, so don't get mad when Kenya start speaking her mind. I just feel like if y'all gonna give it to one, give it to all them bitches for calling to do something. So Cynthia and Sheree felt some kind of way. Even though they were laughing about the situation and didn't shut it down, they did feel some kind of way because Kim wasn't there to defend her man. I get that. But they was talking about him suppressing his urges and if he want to sleep with her and go home, that ain't their business. No, it's not y'all business, but bitch, you throwing a little shade too. Shut up. So anyway, the day of the shoot, Kim is up early with her kids, her assistant lady, babysitter, whatever, 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why they kept putting up the times. Okay, they shot from 6. It started at 6 in the morning. It ended 6 at night. Okay, I ain't got time to be telling y'all what time certain shit happened. So she with her peoples. Chris ended up leaving because he had to go to work because he's a dancer and this and that. And now he's getting into producing. Okay. Cynthia and Peter shows up first with Mal, and they shoot first, and the crew is going to come later. She put them at the end because she knew that this group was late. She was like, I ain't stupid. I already know this crew. So she did, Cynthia did what she had to do. They did different little parts, whatever. They showed everybody else. They getting ready to come to the shoot. Phaedra ain't got no panties on, and Portia got her ass out. We got something wrapped around it. They just had to. They gonna show ass regardless. That's how they are. That's who they are. Okay. That's what they want to be known for. There's no more Christian Phaedra, holy Phaedra no more. It's all about ass and being seductive, and that's the Phaedra that she wants to put out now that Apollo gone. Fuck being a wife and a Christian and a mama now. She ain't got with Portia. Now she want to thought it out like Portia. And I'm not calling Portia thought. Portia calls herself that. But I'm just saying that's the image she wants to put off now. I don't understand why when your whole image was a Christian, a lawyer, or this and that. Now it's all about showing your ass as a lawyer. I don't... I don't know. Because I don't think people would take my lawyer serious if they go Google her and all you see is ass shots. I don't understand the situation. I understand y'all on vacation, but it's still an image you gotta uphold to be able to represent me. I'm just saying. But they go to the thing and everybody is on their way there. On their way there, everybody is on the bus and they were talking about this call sheet that they got. And Kenya, Kenya is going to notice. She has a problem with Kim. She's going to notice every little thing that Kim does wrong with this photo shoot because the job got taken away from her. So she noticed that she wasn't on the call sheet with everybody else while they invited her to the commercial. But see, y'all got to remember, Kim wasn't there. So they got these call sheets, and Kim didn't know probably that. I'm a assume that Kim didn't know that Kenya was invited to the shoot. I really am gonna assume. I mean that she agreed to come to the shoot. Last thing she knew, Kenya wasn't being involved in this shit. So therefore, your name ain't on the paper. So Kenya's in her fucking feelings about her name not being on that paper. So she noticed that she didn't do this and that and all this kind of stuff. So that's making everybody else notice little different shit that Kim didn't do that was supposed to have been professional wise. So then they start getting on is this right? Yeah. They start getting on Phaedra started getting on Matt or whatever. And I just didn't understand this either because you don't really like Kenya, so why are you in Kenya and Matt's sex life? Like, I didn't understand. You keep questioning this man about what him and Kenya did. Like, bitch, you wanted the visual. You wanted to go play with yourself if they told you the story. I don't know, but I just was uncomfortable too, just like Matt. Like, bitch, why? Why are you so worried what we was doing in a spot? If homegirl still got a smile on her face, he did something right. I just didn't get it. You see he uncomfortable and you still going on with the whole situation. This bitch need to go get her some dick because you too worried about what somebody else smashing. I don't understand the situation. You should have been on Bob and Sheree. I mean, you don't got no beef with them, but to ask somebody's man that you don't too much care for trying to get their business, But anyway, they get to the shoot or whatever, and everybody doing what they supposed to do. Like, Portia's supposed to be doing selfies. Nene say she the stylist or whatever, and Sheree is her assistant, and she was shading about not getting a check and doing contracts and stuff like that. Like, this ain't professional, but hey, it is what it is. But they do their little shoot. Everybody is tripping about Kenya's not participating in the shoot. And I'm sitting there like, well, if her name ain't on the list, how is she supposed to know what she's supposed to do? But Kenya, you didn't even try to engage yourself in the shoot. You walked, soon as you got there, you asked the people about the boat because you in your feelings. Instead of bringing it up to Cynthia and Kim, maybe she don't know how to bring it up in an adult fashion. I'm just saying, instead of going off or popping off, she just really was immature in this situation of not even walking up and addressing the situation. But I'm going to go get on the boat since I'm not a part of this. When I told the girl I was going to come support, if you was going to come support. You didn't come and say, hey, do you need help anywhere? Where can I be assistance at? None of that. So you were being very, very petty, Kenya. Then she ended up, even after they get out the boat, they end up laughing and everybody, excited after it wraps up. And her and Matt is over there sitting at on a little thing, on a little line thing, chairs. And, little beach chairs. And they're talking about what happened with Peter and how he felt about. He said the ladies were cool, and he said the men, came. He called their ass ancient and all that kind of shit. I was cracking up. I was so here for him talking shit about Peter and Greg, like, cause they was acting like bitches. I'm saying. So when he talked about them, I was here for it. But oh, excuse me, at the same time, he did apologize for his actions because he said he could have came off a real aggressive to them. So he apologized. I mean, he noticed his faults. He didn't apologize, but he noticed his faults in that whole get down with Peter. And you know what I'm saying? I couldn't respect the man to say, you know what, I was maybe I came off a little wrong. So I wasn't mad at that. And she was shocked because she was like, that's not him. But I was like, girl, when you watch it back and know, they got off easy. I'm just saying. So Peter wants to throw a rap party, and he's happy that Kim did. They praising Kim for the commercial. I think they try to put on to probably rub it in Kenya's face. It just seemed like they doing stuff to rub in Kenya's face. But hey, she did the job. Congratulations. They were excited about it. I just want to see the outcome because y'all giving her so much props. I just want to see if her work is matching up with the person she says she is. Besides me seeing her being a child actress, doing what she was supposed to do, and being Regine. So I want to see her behind the scenes skills to say, hey, she did an awesome job. But I won't take away that she did what she was supposed to do for the client. She was on point with everything she needed before the client got there. She was doing things. So I give her that props. I really would. Oliver shows up for Portia because she needed a man because nobody else had a man. And she wanted some dick. I don't know. But she got 2 bedrooms. And I'm sitting there like, for what? Because this nigga came. He didn't come to no Jamaica. Well, he probably came because it was free. But he didn't come to Jamaica to sleep in no separate rooms. Girl, boo. Miss me with that shit. She was telling him about everybody and how Phaedra was there and now he there. Then she was talking about we could have a threesome. Oh, a friendly one. And I'm sitting there like, why are you teasing this man? But okay. She told him about the commercial and the rap party, yada, 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 yada. So the rap party comes. Everybody is showing up. Everybody, getting along. Kenya comes straight in and go to the bar. That's petty, Kenya. I'm sorry. That's supposed to be a homegirl. What are you there for if you're going to go straight to the bar? But, I'm like, address the shit. Like, this is stupid to me. So, Peter, he's still shading Matt age or whatever. Then you see Mallory asked Phaedra about dating. She said not yet or whatever. Kenya joins the party with the pretty lady, she say. And they all start talking or whatever. Phaedra asked her about why is Matt sitting alone. She told them that he got hazed by the other guys. Then they asked how old he was. They said he was 28. So Phaedra was laughing about that. Talking about an Amber Alert and all that kind of stuff. But, it was cool. Matt walks over to the guys with a peace offering. He gives a drink to Peter because he knew that, he came off a little aggressive or whatever. So, everything was cool. Then they start talking about, Cynthia and them, they thanked everybody for coming and all this kind of stuff. And, kind of shade Kenya about not being there participating. I mean, she was there, but she wasn't participating, supporting. But she'll talk to her tomorrow. Then Nene brings up Chris and all that kind of stuff. And then they was like, oh, he's so nice. He's so funny. He's hilarious. And Sheree looking like, bitch, where? They was not saying this shit all last night. And I was looking at them just like Sheree was looking at them. But I'm telling y'all, Sheree is here for starting shit, I think. But at this point, I was here for it. I was so fucking... Now, there might not have been the time or the place, but bitch, if you gonna bring it up, Nene, hey, it's all for it. Y'all shouldn't have did it. But they start talking about how nice he was, and Sheree like, you know what? She tells Kim, like, last night at the pool, everybody wasn't such good things about your husband. Your husband was called gay last night. So everybody mouth open looking like, oh shit, oh wow. But I'm like, bitch, and y'all, it went off. It went off or whatever. And we're going to have it to be continued. But I'm like, they bet not all blame this on Kenya. Please don't all try to make it seem like this was Kenya's fault when everybody was throwing when Nene and Phaedra was throwing their motherfucking 2 cents. way off. They was doing 5, 6 cents in that motherfucker. Don't do it. Please don't blame it all on Kenyon when everybody was laughing and talking about this man and drinking and all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying. So that was my review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 8 episode 14. Oh, that shit was so funny when Bob was getting his damn camera time. He was too excited. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel. This was a long enough video. I'm about to go. Hope y'all enjoying your Valentine's Day. I'm going to bed. But anyway, talk to y'all later. Peace out. Follow me on all social media sites by The Ghetto View, THA, not THE. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.